What do we got again? We got Kedron, we got Lek, we got Ponty. Wait, almost see Ponty. There he is. Reckless and Viber. On Alliance, we got Gavinci, Suchfab doing a little dance. We got Sejuk, Zikati, and Kurai's Outlaw. You only have one weapon as a fish? I guess the other weapon is a fist weapon, right? I love that Mog. Look, dude, look at, he's just toxic, dude. He's just toxic. It's so toxic. Alrighty. We got Suchfab versus Ponty in the opener. Ponty's gonna have a hard time with his Feral. Ferals are generally hard to deal with anyway. Ponty's gonna get hit with a stun. IBF coming out early to get a full Apocalypse available, and Suchfab is gonna burn one wall to stay in there, get some damage into Ponty. Wall coming, stun coming out. Suchfab is choosing not to trinket it at all. He's got a low health, gonna go for healing as much as he can, and gonna try to get the hell away. But that grip is gonna get him back to place. Gonna go for a reset stun onto Ponty. Ponty is gonna go for a death back, trying to maintain whatever health he has, trying to make sure Suchfab is left with a dot though. Ponty is bleeding little by little, but as long as he doesn't heal while with death back, he's gonna get a lot of that health back. So maybe he still has a chance. No trinket burned. AMS still available. Suchfab doesn't have his trinket, or doesn't have his heal. One wall and a trinket is all he's got, and actually taking a bit of damage from that pet and the dots. Coming to go behind the pillar and re-heal. That pet is not going to let him reset though. Ponty's able to get... Oh no, he actually got himself a reset. I don't even know where from. Did he go for big cooldowns? No, it actually looked like he just went for a full reset. I guess waited for dots to wear off. Ponty's popping AMS. Suchfab got all the bleeds reset. He's going to run out, getting hit with a stun while outside of bear form. It was the worst opportunity possible. Trinkets out of it. Thorns available. Gonna get hit with a big old grip. Ponty is trying to find a way to deal with the Feral. The Thorns is gonna keep killing him little by little. And Ponty does go down to the Thorns. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Mon farming is a pain in the ass. I kind of like it. It's kind of chilling. Kedron going out. Gets a nice sap with Suchfab. What kind of buffs does he roll for? Oh, could I see him? I didn't see him. That's going to land a stun on Suchfab. Suchfab is going to continue letting the HOTS roll. And Kedron, as long as he doesn't have a dot, he could just go for resets. That Moonfire is going to turn it around, though. He's going to try to maybe... At this point, as an Outlaw rogue, you would want to just build calm points until you get a decent buff. Especially when the Feral is getting Thorns out, you don't want to keep auto-attacking into it. There's no trinket available for Suchfab, though, so Kedron is going to blind it. But it is going to be a thick bear form. So you just basically have to wait for Suchfab to get out of that bear form into cat form, and then really just go through it and deal big damage to him. That's going for a cheap shot into a stun, but that's going to pre-wall out of Suchfab into a disarm for Kedron right afterwards. Suchfab is still not going offensive. It's going to go for a bash, shrink it out of Kedron instantly. Suchfab is going to re-hot himself, travel form, trying to get away, cat form, maybe he can catch a reset. Does land one with the Incarn though. That's going to be another short stun by Kedron. That would be the perfect time to get a parry. Goes for a killing spree, where Suchfab actually can get big damage on him. Full stun onto Kedron. That's going to be Cloak of Shadows coming up right now. Suchfab is basically healing to full, and Kedron's just trying to hang in there. Thorns are coming out after that. Cloak of Shadows is gone, so all he can do is pop a parry, but all the bleeds and all the dots are already on him. I think he's done. He's actually done, and that dot literally melted, poor guy. No. This is why this is hard for Outlaw Rogue. I could tell you guys exactly how to beat this. You basically just need to make sure that the Feral makes a mistake. That's really what it comes down to. The Feral has to make a mistake. What up, AJ? How you doing, my man? What's up, my dude? Cheap shot opener. Perfect time opportunity for him to get a full reset. Gouge. Interesting. None of you guys are running Mark for Death for Outlaw, are ya? Mark for Death is a lot better for duels. That's what I use all the time. That's what I got from Boomer. Lak is going to drop himself a smoke bomb. There's going to be Suchfab just going to the other side of the pillar. He's going to make sure his regrowths are available and everything. No dampening quite yet, so Suchfab is basically able to heal over and over. Look at the graceful deer. Back into bear form. Gets it with a sap. Lag basically needs to force out him to go into cat form. And save all his CC back to back as soon as Suchfab goes into cat form. Cheap shot, that's a bold move. Cotton, that is going to DR your stuns though in the future. This is why I don't like opening with a cheap shot. Suchfab is getting a bash onto Lag. That's going to force a trinket out. And going to hit him with a short stun because of DR. outside of bear form. Actually gonna still be able to do some damage to such fab. Would have loved to be able to combo back-to-back stunts for that. Oh, this boy is playing with a blade rush too. That's gonna be pretty wall out of such fab, trying to get away from Lack. Lack just wants to keep building combo points, keep resetting. Short stun onto such fab again. Does he have any setup? Does he have anything? There's gonna be thorns. Popping parry for those thorns. No Cloak of Shadows. I'm not sure what he cloaked earlier. But if he had Cloak of Shadows right now for those thorns, that would have been awesome. Gets a vanish shot, but Lack is gonna have dodge. So for such fab, he just needs to go run over to the other side of the pillar and go for regrowth while he can. That's all he's got. The Lack, though, on the other hand, is at very low health, 6% dampening, eyes available. On such fab, I think he's just gonna go into bear form and go hang out by one of the eyes. And if you can hit someone with the Moonfire, let's see, you can just find a reset. That's why it's so hard for Outlaw, dude. It's so hard. So you gotta play perfect. You gotta play perfect. I think such fab knows exactly where he's at, or he's looking for him. Nope, I don't think he knows exactly where he's at, but he is looking for him. I almost saw him for a second. Hey buddy, how's it going? What up, Boomtown? How you doing, man? How to beat our Pharaoh? There's only one way. No stuns in bear form? Yeah. You cannot use stuns while he has bear form. And you have to be rolling Mark for Death if you're playing Outlaw. You should be rolling Mark for Death if you're Assassination. Definitely should be rolling Mark for Death as a subtlety as well. Just baseline, no matter who you play against. Such fab is going to get hit with a disarm. How can you disarm a bear? If he has bare arms. He has a right to bear arms. He was born with them. And it's going to get an opener onto Lack. Setting up all his bleeds. Such fab has a wall available, heal available, trinket available. It's going to be full stun into a blade rush, getting some damage to such fab little by little. I don't think he had a decent buff roll or anything though. Could have had a decent setup. Bash coming on to Lack again. Such fab burning one wall off. He's going to continue just getting those dots, making sure Lag just taking a bit of damage. Big bite coming out, putting Lack in the hard spot. That's going to be a stun onto such fab. Such fab is actually fairly low in health. Is going to go for another re-stun with Incarn. That's going to be Vanish Cheap Shot. Lack actually really wants to kill this one, and actually, what the hell, actually lands it? My man! As soon as he got full stuns on a feral outside of bear form, literally he did it. Cheat death to keep him alive. Not even close, baby. Not even close. Wait. Oh, he got a heal. He is fine. This man. I told you. Didn't expect that damage. Nobody expects Outlaw to do any good damage, dude. Nobody expects Outlaw to actually pump deeps. But it does. It's actually a really good spec. Alright, Lack and Cry. Cry allowed for Lack to get a full honor duel. Lack basically has all his cooldowns back up. And it's going to be Cry picking up the eye and vanishing. Sprinting over to Lack. Mark for Death roll. He is certain he can get some big damage out. Gonna go for a stun. Get a disarm in between of that. Try to pistol shot him from as much as he can. Just pistol whip him. Grapple hook onto his grapple hook. Gouge coming out. Lack could go for some big setup. Does he have a buff or anything? And Cry got the advantage there in the opener. Mark for Death reroll in the opener. I don't do this anymore. I usually use Mark for Death for full stun. Like I'll just cheap shot, build, roll, Mark for Death, stun. This is going to be a stun opener by Lack into a stun onto Cry. Maybe disarm to follow. Gouge onto Lack though. Cry has an opportunity to maybe build up comp points. Did get himself a re-roll. We do have Lack parry coming out early on. This is going to be stunned by Cry. And that's going to be tricking out of Lack into a blind. Cry actually was able to play him like a fiddle. Gets himself a nice re-heal at 30% dampener. Pretty high dampener right now. Into a triple sap. No, it's actually going to be very hard sap. Opens up with an ambush into a gouge by Lack. Oh, it was probably should have thought about that. Oh, actually getting hit with a blind himself. Still has a trinket available though. Shortest sap in the world. Can I go for another sap? Cheap shot coming out. Gonna get himself a setup going maybe. Maybe a stun. Gouge coming out by Cry. Get himself a nice reroll. Disarm coming out by Lack. Oh, he can just pistol shot him while waiting. Full stun coming. Another half stun coming out by Cry's actually getting a stun into Lack. And Lack has actually. What just happened? I didn't even. That was so many things happening. There were stuns and disarms and everything. And in the end, Cry took it. What's up next? I think it's Reckless. I think it is going to be Reckless. Because Viber came over there just to say hello. They're next to each other. Ooh, sap coming out by Cry. How's he going to approach with Reckless? It looks like it is an Assassination Rogue. Or a Subtlety. I'm pretty sure it's an Assassination though. Cheap shot. Gonna get a nice stun right after that cheap shot. Maybe disarm to follow. Does he run disarm? Parry coming out. Let's give Reckless trying to get some damage. Reckless actually taking so much damage from Cry. Just baseline procking damage right now. Insane procs back to back. Blind coming out into Cry. This man. His tail has a trinket and everything. That's gonna be Reckless getting himself a nice reheal. Maybe he can get a sap into Cry. Cry's gonna pick up the eye and vanish it. Nope, just gonna pistol shot Reckless out of stealth. Full kidney onto Cry. This is gonna be Reckless still trying to get himself a setup. Finally going for some big damage. Vendetta and everything. Into Gouge. And Cry's gonna go for a Mark for the stun onto Reckless. That might be everything. That's it, dude. He's done. Vanish coming out. He's still able to just strike him out of there, man. Cry. Showing us how he's done as Outlaw, dude. That is Cry. It's not Cry, it's Go. It's Cry. It's Cry. It's Cry. Look at that. I know it's Cyrillic. I know it's Russian letters. We literally just had a whole thing about it on stream. It is Cry, though. Hey, that was Assassination viable for PvE and PvP. Thelma, my man, how you doing, my dude? Hope you're doing alright, my man. Yeah, it's great. Assassin is like the meta right now. Although all the specs can do just as fine. All the other specs can do okay, just fine. 25k on my server? What are you guys talking about? The fish? Yeah, it's about 25k on most servers. Cry's gonna get a nice grapple hook out of there against Viber. Kinda wishes he had disarm available against the Warrior. That would have been insane. Viber is playing Fury, 45% dampener or so. It's gonna be a little bit rough. Cry's gonna be able to get himself a nice reset and reroll. What buffs did he get? Oh, Skull and Crossbones. Gonna get a nice set of procs. Cheap shots into stuns by Cry onto Viber. Viber's gonna get a big stun and gonna go for heals right now where he got it into a blind trinket out of that, and that's gonna be vanish for Cry. Still Viber's just hitting him. He's right next to him. That's gonna be concoction. As Viber just kept running in a direction with the slows, hoping that he's on top of Cry. Cry just makes a dip into the left side. Out of left field, out of nowhere. Viber's looking for the man. Cheap shot coming out in the opener. Viber no longer has any defenses at all. That's gonna be Cry going back-to-back stuns with procs into a parry. Viber has nothing to deal with this. All you can do is grapple hook. Oh, we can leap out of there, but grapple hook into a run through ends it. Cry, my man. Brought it back as Outlaw. Even Luck. Yo, Luck did it really good too against such fab. It is so good. Like, it's random ass damage from Outlaw. It's fucking amazing, dude. It's actually amazing. Oh my god. Oh lord. Fab, your damage, dude. The dots. Thorns does 3k a pop. Is that the dot or is like whenever you take a hit? That's hard, man. That's a hard hitter. That is actually so much damage. Because over time, what is this bone throw thing you do too? What is that? Jeez, dude. Jesus.